for my next trick, terrible start. Wait, mate, I'm turning to you. Jesus. Right, hello everyone. You alright? I hope you're all having a good time. Are you having a good time? Yeah. Are you having a good time? Yeah. Good, because we've paid a lot of money for you to be here, so if you don't have a good time, then... That, of course, was joke number 1 from the Groom's speech handbook. Hopefully we won't be visiting that handbook anymore today. But it was whilst perusing that handbook that I worked out the purpose of the groomsman's speech. And the purpose of the groomsman's speech is to, 1, make sure it's recorded on his phone, so that later on, during video editing purposes, that it can be audibly heard. So give me 2 seconds. Done! So the purpose of the groomsman's speech is to thank everyone that has had any sort of influence, any sort of involvement in our lives, both leading up to the wedding and just generally in our lives. So, and to do that in our own very special way. So, here goes. Cheers, everyone. What? Oh, shit. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry. That, of course, was joke number 2 from the groomsman's speech handbook. 1 down, 14 to go. Okay, then, so first of all, I'd like to thank you all for coming today. It means a hell of a lot that you're here, to both me and Lisa. It means loads that you can share our special day with us. And your generous gifts are also, welcome as well, you know what I'm saying? So you might as well get something out of it. There is, of course, a few people, like Stephen said before, that couldn't be here today. A few of the pictures are dotted around the room, as you can probably see on the sills at the back there. People like, great people, like my granddad, Lisa's grandma, Lisa's mum, and her Uncle Loz, obviously, that we've already talked about. So, let's raise a glass to family that are gone, but definitely never forgotten. So you've all travelled not that far and not that wide to be here. I think the furthest is probably some of the Yorkshire lot in the corner. They're not Yorkshire lot, but they all live in Yorkshire, which is, well, some of them are, you know what I mean. But, so had my dad managed to be able to get here today, avoided the taxman and all that kind of thing, he would have travelled all the way from Corfu, Greece. So unfortunately he can't be here today. But, anyway, from a father figure that wasn't able to make it today to a father figure that feels like he's always been there. I'm, of course, talking about Mark in the back there. Everyone look at Mark and make him feel awkward. I consider Mark to be my dad. He's, I love him to bits, even if I don't tell him that at any time, really. It's a very strange thing to tell him. I love him to bits, even though... You haven't told me that. Probably when I'm drunk, but you're obviously drunk as well, so you know what I mean. But I love him, even though he's probably the loudest and most uncouth person in the room most of the time, but he's second loudest and most uncouth person in the room. Them two could make a bellowing band. But he's brilliant. He's not. So thanks a lot for your help towards today. Thanks for everything that you've done for me, for Lisa, even for Nadia in our lifetime. We're obviously immensely proud of that, of who you are, and we love you. So that's brilliant. Thank you. Yet another brilliant father figure in the room is Mr. Stephen Pearce. Look at him there. Good speech. He probably didn't, I don't know if he said this, so I'm making it up that he did say it. He described it as an honour to walk to give Lisa away today. But honestly, we wouldn't have had anyone else doing it. We could have, but it was a struggle to find someone really else to do it, so you kind of were the last resort. 4 weeks ago from today, I think it was, Stephen and Paul had the 25th wedding anniversary, and he gave an almighty speech at that. Really, really put the pressure on me today. But obviously, as we can tell from his speech today, it was a massive fluke, and, I've got nothing to really worry about. But, so thanks for everything you've done for both of us. We immensely love you. From one Pierce to another, Thanks to Debbie, because Debbie's helped us loads in our lives, tons. She's helped us, buy our first house. She's helped, even employed us at some times, but I think the less said about my employment at the Black Pudding Factory, the better, really. If we be serious about it, the less said about that, the better. But no, thank you very much again for everything that you've done for us. Again, we say it a million times, we love you as well.
She taught you how to plank.
She taught me how to plank, apparently. I didn't put that joke in, but someone dragged me there. On to the bridesmaids. You all look amazing today. Obviously, second to one person, but you all look brilliant. Obviously, it's my sister Nadia, Hayley, Amy, and Janelle. Lisa already gave you your little gifts this morning, but I would like to take this opportunity just to thank you for all the work that you put in towards today, on the lead up to today, on a hen do's. I'm sure that you all came home with vivid stories that each and every one of you fellas were made insecure about with your... I know I couldn't feel any more insecure about my glorious manhood, but you know what I mean, so thanks for that. Green Mile. If any of you are feeling adventurous and willing to drop your standards massively, Andy, in my groom's party, he's single and ready to mingle. And he's ready to take advantage of the age-old wedding tradition of sleeping with the bridesmaids. So, any of you fancy it, he's there. He does a brilliant impression of the Foster's guy, so... Brilliant. Again, thank you for everything that you've done towards today and just being awesome people. On to the groom's party, my stags! I know it is. Andy, Ginge, Steve-Man, and of course, the best man, Dwayne, who is twitching really, really badly. He's been all right. He's good. Good lad. These are the greatest bunch of lads, greatest bunch of friends I could even ever ask for. They'll raise you up with one hand and slam you down ceremoniously with the other hand and disguise it as banter. It's, they organised an absolute cracking stag do for me, details of which I imagine Dwayne will over-exaggerate very soon. All I have to say about the matter is, I have a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. When it comes to your turn, I will find you. I will film you, and I will humiliate you. Now the mums! Usually when someone says they're going to talk about your mama, it's in a negative way, but let's try and keep it positive. So we'll start with Lisa's mum, Val. She's kind, she's caring, she's always there and ready to help. She's put up with me living in her house for a couple of years as well, so my mum would tell you that she's some sort of saint. She's an amazing mother to Steve and Debbie and Lisa, and she's an absolutely wonderful grandma to Greg and George. She also keeps me constantly stocked up with freshly cooked chicken crowns. Every so often pops around and delivers them, so for me lunches and things, it's all nice, you know what I mean? So thanks for that. And thanks for everything that you've done for the both of us. Then there's my mum. I love her to bits, even though she sometimes probably thinks I don't. I don't come round very often. Me and my mum are definitely cut from the same cloth. Now, for most people, that would probably be very hard to admit. However, I'm proud to be like my mum. She puts her all into everything that she does, and even when she doesn't feel like it, she does it with a smile on her face. I couldn't be prouder to be a son. She's always welcomed Lisa like she was another Cuscary, and now she is. In fact, I think Lisa probably spends more time with her than I actually do, which is a negative thing. She's moved in this week. So thanks for everything, mums. We have a couple of gifts here that we're going to give you. Mama J, Mama J, Mama J, Mama V, Mama V. As Stephen just nicely pointed out, it's the bill for the whole thing. Credit cards are accepted. So yeah, thanks again for just being absolutely amazing for the pair of us. Special honorary mentions go out to Mr. Tom Allenson over there for being a good friend and slaying on the guitar both today and every single day. Thank you very much for that. Our not so little page boys, Greg and George Pierce over there. No, they're page boys. I've just decided now, this second, whilst I was writing the speech last week. You are both massively talented in your own separate ways and loved by your family more than you could ever know. And now I'm part of that family, it's obvious to see what all the fuss is about, because you're great. You're good guys. Good guys. A shout out to Ben Massey as well for organising the wedding filming. Everyone smile. You're on candid camera. Thanks to Joe and Steve for filling in at really short notice. So, no, brilliant. Smile, everybody. You are on camera. Nearly done, I promise. And now to talk about the most important person in the room. I utterly and completely adore this woman. Without her, I would be a shambles of a man, I think. She just keeps me organised in a way nobody else ever has been able to. To quote the famous poet Savage Garden, I truly, madly, deeply love Lisa Cuscari. Boom! So I'm going to prove how much I love her in the only way I know. Lisa, will you oh, we've already done that, haven't we? That's now, innit? Oh, crap. Sorry. Right, okay, no, it's fine. We've got it covered. I love Lisa so much that I would push her off a cliff if she was being chased by a lion and there was a trampoline at the bottom of the cliff. I'm nice like that. Yeah? Ladies, who aren't part of my immediate family because that'd be weird, prepare to quiver and regret not snapping me up earlier. I love Lisa so much that if she was bitten by a zombie, I would decapitate her just so she didn't have to shuffle through her remaining days as a member of the living dead. Boom. You can't buy that kind of love. You can't buy that kind of love. Surely every woman wants to hear that. Last two pieces. In all seriousness, she looks amazing. I think we can all agree at that. We can also agree that I am the luckiest man alive to play any part in her life whatsoever, and I will remind myself of that every single day. So, my penultimate act of this speech, finally, will be to ask you all to raise your glasses to the amazing awesomeness that is Lisa Cuscari. Yeah, it's nearly time, man. Do you want to go and be sick one more time? So my final act before I pass on to the best man for a full character assassination, which usually now, like they go, oh, you know, he's over-exaggerating, he's got a tendency to make things up, blah, blah, blah. That's usually what's the fodder of groomsmen's speech, but in all honesty, what he says I've done, I've probably done. So I can't really get over that. So I'll leave you with this. This is for all the men in the room, yeah? It's called The Man's Guide to Love and Lasting Relationships. So number 1, find a woman who makes you laugh. Number 2, find a woman who has a job and loves housework. Number 3, find a woman who is honest. Number 4, find a woman who will wait on your hand and foot. 5, find a woman who is awesome in the bedroom. And number 6, most of all, it's very important that these 5 women never meet each other. That was me. I'm going to pass you on to someone who hopefully will be, not hopefully, will. He's been really nervous about it, but I'm sure he's going to be amazing. Before we pass to that, you've all got little raffle tickets, which you're all really scared about the commitments on the back. Don't worry, we're not going to hold you to those commitments in any way, shape or form. Rather than get favours, we decided to do a nice little raffle, and somebody's going to win a little prize. So, my lovely wife Lisa is going to pick out the winning raffle ticket. The raffle ticket number is 461361. Anyone about? Look at him there! We got a winner! Come on down!
It's a new lawnmower.
Yeah. It's a new lawnmower because I've heard you've been like, it's a bit. But there you go, there's your prize. I'll expect that all back in drinks, thank you very much. So yeah, that's me done. I'm going to pass you on to a guy who is amazing in my eyes, really, really good. He's, how do I explain what he's like? He's the biggest wind-up merchant in your life. He'll just tear you apart and call you his friend. But I absolutely love the guy, and he is going to slay it, regardless of how nervous or whatever he is. So I'm going to pass you on to the best man, Mr. Dwayne Lomax.